Hey everyone, welcome back to High Ground Podcast. Once again, joined by myself and Landon. Today we're going to jump right into it. Landon, what are we talking about?
We're going to be reviewing Jurassic World Rebirth, directed by Gareth Edwards, starring Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, what he said.
I got you.
Jonathan Bailey, and wide cast, good cast. The ratings for this movie right now, currently 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 2.8 on Letterboxd. Zach, what was your rating for this movie?
I gave it a 5.3 out of 10.
That's fair.
So it's not my lowest ranked movie so far, but it's nowhere near like the good side of things either, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't hate it. I want to play that. I don't hate the movie, but I'll get into my reasons why. But Landon, what is your rating?
I gave it a 6.6.
Okay.
I didn't think it was like the worst like film, but wasn't my. I'm not big on the Jurassic series. I really like the first one, but then after that I'm like, I like dinosaurs, and that's like the only reason I watch the movies. But
Really?
like as like movies, I'm like they're all right, you know.
Yeah.
But tell me your thoughts on the movie.
So, yeah, it is. It's a movie, man. Oh yeah, I don't know. It's hard. So yeah, kind of like Landon already established. I've seen every Jurassic Park and World movie. I've been a fan since I was like 12 years old of the franchise. So like I'm coming at this movie more of like an already like huge established fan.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park 1 is like one of my favorite movies like of all time, you know.
Yeah.
So like yeah, so it's changed a lot since then, obviously. So yeah, but with the context of this movie, it had its highlights, but there's just I think my problem is the whole time I had this perspective of like it's just so unnecessary. Like it felt like just a cash grab, you know. I just like I thought it would be good. The marketing saw like okay, this might have potential to be good, and then it kind of fell flat for me as far as like expectations go. But I'll go deeper here in a short few moments. But what about you, Landon? What was your like initial takeaways from it?
Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of like Jurassic films, so my point of view, it was all right. You know, I think all the CGI in the Jurassic films are very well done. I think the acting is always well done. The dialogue's all right. I mean, as far as like the script, it's all right. But I mean, overall, it's all right. I think the 6.6 rating it's not a bad rating, but it's not like the best rating.
It's very mid.
Yeah, that's mid. Yeah,
and that's just how the movie is.
The movie's kind of mid. Like real,
that's how I would say it.
And let me ask you a question real fast.
Yeah.
So, is the Jurassic series, should they have made more after the very first movie?
I think yes and no. So, for context, I think Jurassic 1 was the best. Jurassic Park 1 was the best one, right? Jurassic World 2 was like, it was okay. Like it was still good. I think it still kind of had the magic of the first one. But then after that, it just skydive plummeted to its death.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic Park 3 is one of the most hated of the franchises. I don't mind it. I mean, I kind of liked it in some aspects. It's definitely not my favorite. It's definitely in the lower tier.
Yeah.
But I think even if they had like Jurassic Park and then let's say they had a scenario where like let's just pretend for the sake of pretending Jurassic Park 1 comes out.
Yeah.
And then we wait and Jurassic World comes out the same time it does. No movies in between. Still good. I think because Jurassic World 1 was great. I think Jurassic World The Extinction is the second one. Whatever that one was just as good. And then Dominion was just not it. Like that one kind of fell flat again because that one was just a nostalgia bait and didn't really follow through. But that's how I see it.
I actually didn't hate Jurassic World, like the first one.
Yes.
With Chris Pratt, you know?
Yeah, it was very well done. And it felt like kind of authentic again. And my argument there is too, okay, like, and why I say like we should just Jurassic Park, waited, and then make Jurassic World. If you think about it, Twisters did that. Because we had Twisters 1, or just Twister, sorry. And then, then we have Twisters, which is like several years after the first one. And it works perfect.
I think there's a remake.
What is it?
Twisters.
Is it a remake?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was like the same.
No.
Oh. I haven't watched Twister, so clearly I don't know that. But still, in that same vein, though, like that's.
But like Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. Like that's another great example. So like there's stuff like that where that happens, and it works because there's not just oversaturation of it. And Jurassic Park is definitely oversaturated, which is like ironic because the whole point of the first movie is they're trying to monopolize off these dinosaurs, and in real life they did that with the movie. So it's kind of funny in that lens. But yeah, I know I kind of like ranted on there for a little bit, but that's how I definitely take away is like yeah, that's why I say yes and no, because I think Jurassic Park and Jurassic World were great, but I think there's a lot in between that could have just not happened.
Would you recommend this movie?
If you are a diehard Jurassic Park / World fan like I am, probably not, because I don't think it won't live up to the height of the other movies. However, if you're bored and you're just wanting a good movie to go see, like go see F1, but you know,
like this movie or this weekend, not a lot of movies coming out, so you know, F1's the movie for you.
I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, I'm not saying I don't recommend watching this movie. My opinion is just wait till streaming for this one. That's how I see it. Yeah. It's like this isn't like, oh, you have to see this in theaters, because F1 you should see in theaters, but like this movie, it's like, just wait. Like, you're not missing out on much. And usually I don't say that, but with this one, I am going to say that because, again, I'm talking from a standpoint of, like, a huge diehard fan of this franchise, and, like, it just was not worth being made, in my opinion. Yeah. But, yeah, so that's my takeaway. Would you recommend this movie?
I mean, yeah, if you don't have a movie to watch, go watch it. I mean,
like it's kind of it's not like a...
in my opinion, it's a pretty plain movie as far as, like, we've seen this movie before.
Yeah, it's very much copy-paste.
Copy-paste. I still think the cast is great, and everyone did great in the movie, and congratulations for making the movie. You know, I know that's a hard thing to do. Yeah. But as for, like, the studio and all that, you know, I don't know. Probably could have made a different type of movie, or you know, probably could have competed with the Jurassic films, made a whole different Jurassic, or
could have done something different,
a whole different type of dinosaur type film. But I don't know. Yeah. But tell me your thoughts. We'll go straight spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers ahead.
Tell me your thoughts on the spoiler parts of the movie.
Yeah, so I thought starting out, I still had kind of potential hopes for the movie because the opening was really cool. The whole Snickers bar.
The Snickers bar. The whole thing happens because of
the Achilles heel doing all of this. Yeah. Plus, like, that shot, which we saw in the trailer, just the shot of the D-Rex coming and taking the guy and just, like, he's dead, you know.
I think it's funny because, like, we talk about product placement. So they're like, all right, let's make the Snicker bars the main villain.
No, literally, it's like, without this key component.
It's like, all right, I'm not eating Snickers again.
Well, in Landon's joke right after the movie, we saw it. So yeah, me and you saw it, and we'll shout out Joey too. So Joey been a guest on here before. He also went and saw it with us, so that was kind of cool. But he had the same joke too, and it's like, so littering causes issues. Yeah. It's like,
don't litter.
Don't litter. Yeah. But yeah, it's. But as soon as after that, it just starts to slowly just kind of tank for me. Yeah. But I do want to talk about. So I want to get, like, the hated parts out of the way, like the stuff I really didn't like, because I do want to talk about the good stuff of this movie, because I don't want y'all to think it's just this horrible film. Like, it's not. But the thing that didn't sit right with me is the dialogue. There was a lot of moments where it's like, it just felt dry. Like, and I told you this, but, like, the whole scene between Scarlett Johansson's character and Mahershala Ali on the boat just felt so bland and dry, and it was like, and no faults to them, especially Scarlett Johansson, because she's more so what I'm talking about, like her character line deliveries, and I don't think that's her fault. Yeah, obviously she's an amazing actress. Like, I'm never gonna say anything bad about her that way. But, like, I definitely think they just kind of, like, just threw lore out there, but, like, didn't elaborate. They're just, like...
Pretty much, yeah.
And then her whole, like, kind of, like, happy can-do attitude is like, yeah, they died. It's okay.
Strudel.
It's just like ChatGPT write this, like you know what I mean? Like that's kind of my whole thing, and I had beef with that. That's the main part. Like the rest of the movie, the dialogue was good. Like the family, I like the family aspect with Xavier, the dad, the girlfriend / daughter, and then the youngest daughter. That was a cool like introduction because I didn't know that was even part of it.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were all gonna die when the Mosasaurus came out of nowhere.
I was like, dang, this is just gonna straight up just kill this whole
just
family.
like that, like you know.
Bro, low key, I was like, dude, this boyfriend guy sucks. And then when he went to the water, I was like, yeah, he's dead. Cool, that's fine.
Yep.
And then you look, he redeemed himself. I'm not gonna lie.
Xavier was my favorite character in the whole movie. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Like he was hilarious. He gave great comedic relief, which was needed in this movie. But also, like, he was a solid dude. I mean, he was the first in the water when the girl, like...
I know. I was like, you won brownie points. You got it, bro.
Like, and the way he, like, talks to the dad, it's like he's always a little bit like the dad's like, this guy sucks. But, like, deep down, it's like, you could tell he respects him and is like, yeah. Like, dude, yeah, there's just so many funny parts in the movie.
Yeah.
And they all have Xavier in it. But yeah, that dude, like just good comedic moments in the movie. Yeah, and the characters were interesting. Another thing I want to talk about is the people that die in this movie, all these side characters, it just felt meaningless and empty to me. And to elaborate on that, so like for example, look at the first Jurassic Park movie. Okay, all the people that died in that movie had their own little like build up to that point. They had an interesting character development. Mm-hmm. You got attached to the character just a little bit and then dead.
Yeah, because I feel like in this movie, like once you saw the side characters, you're like, yeah, they're cooked. We just know. Like
it's that, but also just the way they died was so like uneventful.
Yeah,
they're just kind of like, oh, there's a death. It's like they just wanted to show like, oh yeah, dinosaurs kill people. It's like you could have like made it more interesting. It just I don't know. That didn't sit right with me because like. This is the only Jurassic movie to do that. The rest, like, the characters you kind of have, like, an attachment to when they die. Yeah. Even the villains, it's like, okay, like, yikes, it sucks.
Yeah.
And even this one, the villain, when he died, it's like, all right, saw that coming. Like, it was predictable. So, and I think it's just, what we talked about, they did the same blueprint over and over. We've seen these movies several times. And then it just was the same thing. And then I'll say quick couple more negative things, and then I'm going to turn the leaf and let you take the load and do some more positive stuff. But one thing I want to talk about, so kind of already mentioned this, but I feel like it was a cheap cash grab. I think
I agree with that, actually.
I feel like their whole thing was like, we'll make a movie and they'll watch it, which, I mean, they're right, because here we are. But it just didn't feel like authentic to me. And then the plot itself made no sense compared to previous movies. Like the whole like collect DNA to stop heart disease.
Yeah.
I was like, they literally were like oh, let's cure cancer with like other stuff, you know? Like that's why they did mutations and all. It's like we've already done this. Why are we risking our lives
to go?
Also, 20 years. You get 20 additional years. That's what we're dying for. Like I'm so sorry.
I want to talk about because maybe I missed a plot point, but one of the dinosaurs he got it from was like the long neck dudes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but there was one on the highway. Those dudes are in New York. Why didn't they just
see?
Like,
plot hole. Like, and that's the whole thing is they're dying, right? So that's why they go is because they want healthy. The only excuse I can give them is they want healthy dinosaurs, living dinosaurs. But to be fair, they're still alive. You could have just done it right there.
You know, like. Blood.
And that is
blood.
I think also, to be fair, also I think so. That was a Bronchiosaurus, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is Bronchiosaurus.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but like that
dinosaurs.
Yeah, just long neck dude. We'll just say that the one that was like walking in the streets or whatever. That one is technically not the biggest on the land. So like the other one they got was a different dinosaur.
Yeah.
So like that kind of makes sense. And like, so I'll give him some credit for that, but I agree. That was kind of just like a lazy little plot hole. But yeah, that is the last of bad things I have to say for this movie for now. Is there any other negative stuff you want to get out the way before we talk about the good stuff?
My only thing is the dad, Ruben, his broken leg or whatever, just goes away.
Oh yeah, that was dumb.
It was like a major thing, and then after the T-Rex attacked him, he was fine. I was like,
as someone who's
Cool.
like, in the medical field and stuff, it's like, I'm so sorry. That is at least a torn ACL or
I
something.
know. I'm like, there's no way.
Because the way it looked too, I'm like, oh, he tore a ligament.
Yeah.
And he's just walking. I'm like, okay, dad powers? Like, what's going on?
I did like the little between the tiny dinosaur and the Isabella character.
Oh, Dolores,
Yeah.
That was good. I really like the baby dinosaur
Dude,
element.
I thought she was gonna die. I straight up did. Like I was like, there's no way they're gonna kill a little girl, bro. Like,
No, literally, there's so many times that they almost did. I was like, are they gonna do it? Like,
yeah.
that'd be crazy.
I don't have much positive things about this movie. I'm gonna be real.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
it's the score is still dope.
Oh yeah,
Still,
like you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with the
And
Jurassic.
they reuse the same score. It's like that's always gonna hit a
Yeah.
little bit, you know, nostalgia and stuff. Yeah, so I'll kind of talk about a couple of good things, but also just like interesting facts. So one thing so again, as y'all know, we're big Star Wars nerds, Marvel nerds.
Yeah.
Like we're just nerds, you know, and that's why we love what we do. But something that was really cool that the director did is, so this whole idea with this movie was like mutated dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
So the D-Rex, which is like the big bad dinosaur in this movie, which also didn't get enough screen time in my opinion. I felt that was lacking because they kind of marketed it that way and it didn't do a whole lot with it. But the D-Rex, when they made it, it's a blend of the xenomorph aliens from the Alien franchise movies.
Yeah.
And then Rancor from Star Wars, Jabba the Hutt's pet, and then a T-Rex. They took all three of those and made it D-Rex, and I thought that was really cool.
That was
They did
really
that.
cool.
Like as a science fiction nerd, but also just a like, you know, appreciated person of that. It was really cool to see. But yeah, that was cool. And then like you said, Duncan was cool. The Doctor was cool. Like they did a good job with the character. I think the Doctor character was like the best as far as just like the main characters.
Yeah, man. He defied gravity.
He did. It was wicked.
Fio or Jonathan Bailey.
Fiero, yeah. I know. Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, dude, that's crazy. I didn't
realize it until after. I was like, oh, that's.
I was like, this guy looks
was.
so freaking familiar, and then that makes sense. Yeah, that was cool. And then so one thing I really love about these movies is the king of all dinosaurs, the T-Rex, always shows up.
Yeah.
Even big or small role, T-Rex is always there, and this movie is no exception. We see a sleeping T-Rex, which was so funny to me. I'm like, oh, okay, it just sleeps like that. And then when
the morning routine.
the morning routine, literally, that's what. But yeah, she inflates the raft, and the T-Rex is laying down. The raft kind of covers the backdrop, then it falls. Boom, T-Rex gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Because as much as I love the T-Rex, other than the Velociraptor, the T-Rex scares me the most, bro. Like, I'm not about all of that. They were still real. Nah, bro.
When the raptor was about to fight. Or no, that scene with the boyfriend and the raptor.
Oh, yeah, when he was taking
I was
a leak,
like,
and then I thought he was dead. I so thought he was going to die.
bro, and then he kept going. Like, after, I was like, yep.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Me too.
I love the fact he doesn't even turn around, just like, and then finally he does and just sees it like flying off with the raptor. It's like, bro, it's crazy.
That was all right. Family.
But yeah, that was good. Yeah, so T-Rex is still on top.
Yeah.
Still amazing. The fact that T-Rexes can swim scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Man, I don't.
Bro, that scene was so anxiety driven. I was like, okay, surely one of them are gonna die, you know? I'm surprised none of them did. That's another thing. Even Duncan. I want to know how Duncan survived at the end, bro. Like, that still didn't make sense to me. Aura, I guess. Like,
as you can see, I am not dead.
That's goated reference.
R.I.P. Chadwick.
Yeah, I miss Chadwick Boseman, man. But yeah, this is just one of the weirdest episodes. It's such a nothing.
Bro, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know what to talk about with this movie. Like, I mean, it's all right.
It's just hard when it's a mid movie, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll do a retro review with like the Jurassic Park movie, like the first one.
100%.
And
that's my favorite, dude.
But just like with this one, it's like there's not really much to talk about. I mean, the actors did good. The score was good. I mean, I feel like the script was really off. Props to the cast and crew. props to like this. The CGI is always very phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they always cook when they make the dinosaurs.
Very sci-fi related, which is really cool. But
I did think it was funny when Scarlett Johansson's character just literally pulls a gat out and just shoots the dinosaur, bro.
Bro, next movie they're gonna be like, all right, we gotta get more DNA. So how are we gonna do that? I've created time travel.
No.
It's like
oh, bro.
Okay.
Don't give them ideas, bro. No, they're going to go the Fast and Furious route. You know what? We should go to space and get dinosaurs.
In space.
Please don't. I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. I can't. Like, dinosaurs are awesome, but Universal, I am begging you, no more Jurassic movies, please. Anything else. Like, I'm dead serious. I don't think I can take it again, man. I might actually crash out if they come out with another Jurassic World movie. Like, I'm so sorry. I can't do this.
I'm looking at what Universal owns.
You're going to be like, yeah, well, funny you should say that.
No, I don't know, because, like, it really makes me, like, think why they, like, actually keep making these movies.
It's just a Universal thing, man. Like, I love Universal Pictures. They do a great job, but, like, do something else. Do something original. Like, we don't need this. The franchise has got to die at some point.
They could just make a new franchise, you know, an original idea.
Oh, man.
Like F1.
Dude, yeah. I think I'm so excited because going to see F1 again is going to be nice. I need to refresh myself with a good movie after this one, dude. After this and Ironheart, I need it, bro.
Yeah, because they have the Jurassic, Fast and Furious, this Despicable Me. Which that's gonna be fun. They have that 100-year.
I was about to say, of all the movies I am happy about, I'm glad Despicable Me is still kicking. That one I can get behind. They also did How to Train Your Dragon. I know that I don't know if they did all of them, but they did. Because it's DreamWorks and Universal. Like the third one was just, I know that one was Universal technically with DreamWorks, but
they did Back to the Future.
There you go.
Dude, I have much respect for Back to the Future just because they just stopped it, you know.
And that is because Back to the Future 3 is infamous for that. Like they learned their lesson. Like, all right, we're done. Like, you know.
I really like Back to the Future 3. I think all three movies are solid in my opinion. In Back to the Future, I don't think there is a bad movie in that franchise.
Agreed.
They have the Mummy franchise, which they're making another one. So.
Oh man, and I like the Mummy movies. Those were good, but it's like why. It's just Disney in a different font. Like,
yeah, they have King Kong. You know, they got some stuff. You know,
they have different stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's a catch-22 because it's like we say make something original, but the downside is sometimes that also doesn't do well. So it's like I don't know what to say anymore. Like,
but there are good original movies like still coming out. You know?
Exactly.
F1. I don't know. Look at movies I watched.
Honestly, yeah. Well, even in the past year or so, we've seen. I mean, like Last Rodeo was a good original movie. Phoenician Scheme was a good one. And I'm backtracking in my head now. But yeah, like.
Yeah,
Lio's good. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, those are good original movies, and like.
This is so sad. Like, I'm just looking at like the movies that are out. It's like live action remake. Another sequel, a third sequel, live action remake, the 8th sequel, spin-off, sequel, then Pixar original and an original. Like,
I definitely think
that is crazy.
At least at the time we're in, like this year, I think we live in a more sequel-oriented cinema than original cinema, which sucks. But like, you know, it's. I believe eventually that'll change because I think I'm also like the philosophy of like there's only so many times you can retell a story or like continue a story. So we'll get to a point where there's more because it comes in phases, but also like we talked about this, but I think a lot of the movies we have now are due to like the writer's strike. We're finally seeing the end of that. Mm-hmm. So like those are finally all coming out, and now we're getting like new stuff because like we've seen a lot of original movie trailers right now that like
recently,
because there's The Long Walk, there's
Eddington. I don't know if that's original or not.
Yeah, that's a new one. What's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio that we just saw? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
With him and Benedict Del Toro. That's an original looking thing. I'm like, oh, this might be interesting. And then there's the Caught Stealing movie. That's another one.
Honey Don't.
Honey Don't. That one might have potential, bro. I'm not gonna.
Dude, that one looks actually really good. I'm actually really
with Chris
excited.
Evans. The cast is stacked, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That is actually a movie I'm excited about for this year. But yeah, there's like so like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're getting to that point. Like at the end of this year and next year is gonna be more original movie type stuff. Like, I think we're finally getting to that point. And then like the sequel stuff will still kind of come out, but I don't think it'll be as dominant. If that makes sense. Because I think we're past the writer strike effects after this year. Because like all those projects are finally like released or releasing. So that's good news. But yeah, it just. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard. There's only so much we can talk about with this movie because it's like there was just not a whole lot happening, you know? And like there's some people, and that's the funny thing too, is I think this is another case where like fans are so like one way or another. Because like I know some friends or people I know that are like, they love this movie. They thought this was one of the best Jurassic World movies or Jurassic movies. And then there's ones like us like, man, this is not it.
It's alright. It's alright, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
And all that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to discuss?
I don't know. There's one thing I want to get off my chest real quick. I needed to talk to someone.
I guess.
Hey, so there's this guy on TikTok, Matthew Lebret. Why are you trying to dox me, bro? You saw me in an Old Navy shirt. I'm on to you. We have beef now. I hope you know that. That is all. I'll keep my eye on you. Next question, please.
That was Zach's heel promo.
Yeah, I'm done. If there's no Matthew Lebret haters out there, then I'm the only one.
So, Zach, I do have a question for you. How are we feeling? You know, Blade's gonna be pushed back till like 2078, but Mahershala Ali, after seeing this, I was like, I'm fine with him being Blade. Yeah, he's good at his job. So, how are you feeling with Blade, and are you excited for it now after seeing Mahershala Ali in a recent film? I think my excitement's going to be what it's always been. I want it to happen. I want it done right. However, at some point they're going to have to either cut the cord and call it quits or just do it. Like it's a sucky situation, you know? Yeah. And also we just talked about this what was it, yesterday or the other day? So Sinners, when that came out, a lot of the extras wardrobe came from Blade. The movie, like, original production. So, like, to me, that's already a red flag because it's like, I feel like that's just them silently trying to kill off the project. But I don't know, man. I want it not just for the sake of having Blade in the MCU, but I want it for Mahershala Ali because I think he could really, really do a great Blade, dude. Blade, he definitely has it. You know, all respect to Wesley Snipes. I mean, he will always be Blade. He'll be a great Blade. However, I do want to see Mahershala's take because, man, he has the chops for it, you know? And I just think it's a crime shame that they haven't given him the chance to perform and do that for us. So I hope we get to that point, man. As far as, like, if we get it or when we get it, I'm going to be honest. I think if we get it, it won't be till, like, 2027, 2028. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I can't wait for Blade, but, you know. When we get him, we'll get him when we get him. Whenever that is. If we get him. Cool. Before we close out, please make Amazing Spider-Man 3. Yes. I think Andrew Garfield deserves a close to his trilogy, to his story. I know we saw him again in No Way Home. That was about 4 years ago. And that was like one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Agreed. As far as like in the nerdism community. But please make Amazing Spider-Man 3. That would be, I think, Sony, if you want money. And we know you do. You need money. Like, and I know Andrew would be down for it. Great. You want to hold this? Sure. Y'all, we love Jesus and we love the Bible. And I'm going to share the word of God with y'all. I feel like I've done this verse before, but I'm going to do it again. Preach. Romans 6:23, which says, "For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life through Christ Jesus our Lord."